I'm going to start the afternoon by talking about Presto. I do just want to give a quick shout out to iShopFor. They're the company that owns Sassy and Presto. They were our VIP sponsor last night. So thanks to them, we were able to go out and have a really good time. So I want to give them a little shout out. I also want to set the stage here by saying, I love Presto, right? So if I was mystery shopping full time, this is my go-to app, right? So I'm hoping that I will be able to teach you something that you don't know and show you how you can use it to kind of maximize your income potential, working with the live shopper organization. So this is Sassy and Presto together. PrestoShopper is a mobile application. If you don't have it, you should download it. The QR codes are here. They're kind of all over the place, actually. They're on these little cards up here. Download it. It literally takes 90 seconds to sign up and create an account. It is a live shopper mobile application. It is not owned by Ipsos. It is not owned by Ipsos, okay? The logo for it is an otter, which I love. I actually love this otter icon a little bit better, so I'm gonna make a recommendation, but like, I'm here for the otter. I really like the otter. I have no idea why it's there, what it means. I don't think there's a hidden meaning. It's just adorable. But all mystery shopping providers, so any of the other companies that you work with that use Sassy as their data collection platform, also have access to Presto, right? It can work with Sassy, and it can work completely on its own. The main purpose of Presto is this idea called InstaShops. InstaShop is Presto's like draw. They're supposed to be super short shops. They pay you really fast. They're everything that's on the map that's not orange. If it's orange, it's not an InstaShop. These are the other ones. And we're gonna talk a little bit more about that. The payments on the InstaShops come directly from Presto. They do not come from Ipsos. Now, Ipsos feeds Presto those payments, right? If you're doing work for us on the Presto app and that pin is blue, we've already given them all the money for your pay, and they're going to pay you, right? So it won't be coming from us. And then the orange pins that are on the map also function as a job board. So we're gonna go through all of that today so that you can best use it. There are pros and cons to Presto. Some people love it, some people hate it, but it is quick to sign up. It's super easy to use. If you're doing those blue pins, it's really fast, like 3 to 5 days to get paid. And they have different payment options for those of you that are a little salty about the PayPal only option at Ipsos. They do offer you like 3 to 5 options to get paid, all right? When it comes to cons, you don't get shopper ratings in Presto. So strictly speaking about these blue pins, you don't get rated for every single shop. So that's something to consider. We can't help you when you run into technical problems or problems with your account. We can't see anything but your email address and the year of your birth. That is all we can see. So you have to go directly to Presto support if you have trouble. Then there's the 1099 situation. So as an independent contractor, when you make more than $600 a year with any one mystery shopping company, you're gonna get a 1099 at the end of the year. The way Presto does it is they don't collect all of that information up front, but as soon as you pick up a shop that crosses you over that $600, they shut you down. And they say, hey, fill out this, I think it's a W-9 that you have to fill out electronically, and you have to send it back to them, and they manually review it, approve it, and turn it back on. So take that into consideration if you're out and just starting up with Presto. All right, orange pins versus blue pins. The concept is simple. If they're blue, they're mostly blue. If you do Best Buys, they're like this weird purpley magenta color. Sometimes they're yellow. There's a couple of green ones on there, but if it's not orange, you should consider it an InstaShop, okay? Managed directly through Presto. You only need your Presto account to do these shops. So you're logging into that Presto app. You don't need to go anywhere else. You don't need any other information. You can do it right on the app. You can fill out the survey on the app, submit the survey on the app, and you get paid from Presto, okay? It's fully optimized for mobile, meaning that's where we want you to use it, from your phone. Can you use it from your desktop? Yes. PrestoMaps.com will get you into your account, but it's super easy on the app, and that's what we recommend. Sassy shops are also listed on this app. That is a screenshot directly from my phone, and all of those orange pins are Sassy shops. So you can see Sassy shops for Ipsos and any other mystery shopping provider that has Sassy as their data collection platform. So you can apply or self-assign from the app. You can claim a pin, but it takes you directly to that mystery shopping provider's website. You're not filling it out right on the survey. So you'll need whatever login information you have for that mystery shopping provider to get access. It's going to allow you to pick your date and instantly self-assign. So everything that you're accustomed to in Sassy for that provider is what you should expect, okay? When it comes to pay for the orange pins, it's probably not 3 to 5 days. It's going to follow whatever the rules are for the mystery shopping provider that you're working with. So let's dive a little deeper into the Sassy side of this, right? You can use your phone to click a pin for Sassy. This is the orange pin, and it's going to take you to the mystery shopping provider, right? You can do this from your phone. You can also do it from your desktop. When you're working in Sassy and you're partnering with Ipsos, any shop that you do in Sassy that you do not submit by midnight on the day of your shop, it's going to fall off your account and go back on the board for other people to pick up. This is an automated feature. I am not sitting with some sort of red lever in my house waiting for the stroke of midnight. I promise you. This is automatic, and so like if you miss it, you miss it. You can try to grab it back off the board, but that's what's going to happen, okay? You will receive a rating from our quality control team when you claim an orange pin off the map and follow the process for a Sassy shop. You will get paid on our payment cycle, which is we pay every Tuesday for all shops that have been quality checked by the Friday before. So that's the cycle, just so everybody knows. And then if you get any clarification requests, they're going to come from your iShopFor Ipsos account. So don't go back to your phone, right? You're going to go to your iShopFor Ipsos account and your email. All of that back and forth is now happening in Sassy. You're done with the app. The only reason you used that Presto app was just to see it, claim it, and let it take you to the Sassy account. Now you're done, okay? Same thing with like shop payments and statuses, things like that. All of that's going to be in your Sassy account. If you do an InstaShop, you are working from your phone or your desktop, you have to check in, and it matters. So as soon as you open up an InstaShop on Presto, at the very top it tells you to check in, okay? It's not going to prevent you from filling the survey out, right? Some mystery shopping providers may turn that on. We don't. But it does ask you to check in, and then when your report gets submitted, there's this big bar across the top that tells us if you were there, and if you weren't there, how far away you were when you filled out the survey. Sometimes we will reject surveys if they're not filled out on site. So if you're more than like 5 miles away, it might get kicked back to you, right? So that's something that we pay attention to. We are not rating your surveys, okay? When it's an InstaShop, we're just verifying, and it's a pass or fail. You'll know when you fail because you won't get paid, and you'll get angry, and you'll get a little reject notice, and you might want to reach out to us. So that's how you know you didn't pass, okay? But it's one or the other. If you got paid, just let's consider it a 10, shall we? Let's just all decide, all right? It's a solid 7. So this follows the Presto pay cycle, which is obviously one of the best features about Presto. They're going to pay you within 3 to 5 days, whether we edit it or not. So that's a fun fact. We have to be super quick about editing in Presto because in 3 days, if we haven't edited it, it pays you anyway. Whether it's right or wrong, it's going to pay you. So that's one of the features that is actually a real benefit for you. Clarification requests still come from either our vendor, the Wordsmith Pros with editing, or from my team, but they're going to come through the Presto app. That's where you're going to find them, but we still have people that are in the background. The same people that you work with when you're working in Sassy are looking at your reports in Presto. Your shop status, your payment information, all that stuff is actually on the app and not, for the most part, in your Sassy account. Sometimes you'll see it in your Sassy account and it's going to show a payment of 0. Do not stress over that. What we do is sometimes if our clients like the sassy side for their reporting, we will make a copy of your report, move it to Sassy, and show them their reports from there. So it's just a copy. You've already been paid in Presto if that pin was blue. Okay, we're gonna go through the process of grabbing a PrestoShop together super quick, right? You're gonna open the app. At the very top of your screen, you're going to see the word, I think it's Insta? And then it says mystery. It'll say mystery in orange. If you tap mystery, all the orange pins goes away. They vanish, right? So sometimes they're gonna clutter it. If you just wanna look at Insta shops, that's what you're gonna do. Pick a pin that you want by touching it with your finger. It's going to pop up and give you an option to claim it. Normally there are some disclaimers that you have to tick that, hey, you can hold on to this pin for this many hours or whatever requirements we have. You have to agree to those there, then you can claim it. When you get to the site where you are going to conduct the shop, you're going to check in. Even if you want to fill your survey out later, check in, all right? It's super quick. Then complete your shop, and then when you're done with your shop, you can submit right from your phone and move on to the next one. It's supposed to be seamless for you, okay? If you claim a shop and you decide you don't want it, then pitch it. You can open up the survey, right? And like you're just gonna fill out your survey, and in the top right-hand corner, you're gonna see this little green box and it's got a little guy in it. If you tap that, it opens up this side panel and you can click delete evaluation. It doesn't actually delete it, but it deletes it from your account and you don't need us. So you can just remove it at your discretion. Okay. Navigating the app is where people kind of get a little bit surprised at some of the things that it can do. So hopefully this is where you learn a few things. The map is the game, right? The whole thing is the map. And when you open it up, you can use the map view or you can use the list view. So at the top it says map and list. You can toggle between and then scroll through the shops at your leisure, depending on how you like to view them. The search bar is at the very, very top, right? And you can search for different types of, if you know, like we have Visa debit research, you could search and type it in there and it will show you those pins. You can also use that to search different areas like Austin, Texas. You could type that in and the map will take you there. So you can leverage that however you want to, so that you're looking in the areas that you want to look in, or you can just scroll. You can move the map in or out with your fingers. It operates just like an app. When it comes to filtering, so you can filter by mystery shopping provider with the orange pins. So if the orange pins are on the map, you can actually click filter and you can scroll through a list of all the mystery shopping providers so that you can just select Ipsos. Okay, Ipsos is what we're going for. You're gonna select Ipsos LLC, and then you'll just see our pins, and then you can go ahead and pick them up. Sometimes we have a private company code for some of those fun shops that we do that we don't offer to everyone. We will give you a company code that you can plug right in there, and then you will see the pins that are available to you. And that's sometimes for like if you have a private batch with us, or if we're just offering it to certain individuals. We know what Insta shops are versus orange pins, but the thing that I want to show you here, and I'm coming down here because I can't see it. The thing that I want to show you here is the hamburger bar, and that's on the side. So if you, on the very, very top left, you're going to see the hamburger bar. If you click that, this is all the information that you need about yourself, right? Your profile information is here. It also allows you to manage certain things. So like if you're having trouble loading the Presto app or loading your survey, you're probably getting an email from one of us and we'll say, hey, well, clear your cache, which means absolutely nothing to me, but I hear that it works, okay? So if you tap your hamburger bar, you can click manage cache and you do that and you clear it, and that frees up some of the memory that's on the app so that it allows it to flow a little bit better for you. There's your profile there that you can manage. There's also help that you can get. You can see your completed shops. So any shops that you've done, you can see your status. And then any shops that are incomplete, you can also get to by clicking that hamburger bar. So that just kind of toggles back and forth based on what you want to look at. Okay. when you are looking at this, if you want to remove any filters that you have on it, you want to click Reset Map. So that's something like if you're filtering on Ipsos, or we gave you a private batch code, or you're searching in Austin, Texas, and you live in Poughkeepsie, New York, you can do this and it will clear any filters that you have on it and get you back to center. We talked about your completed shops and your incomplete shops. If you need tech support, that's Presto. Here's where you find it. You go right here and you can contact them from there. And then there's in-app and email notification settings based on your preferences. When it comes to, I'm really having a hard time. I'm having a hard time seeing it. Yeah, it's really difficult to see. Okay, messages is either from us or from Presto, okay? If we have to return a shop to you for clarification, this is what you're going to see, right? This little envelope, there'll be a red dot next to it, and you can click that, and then you will see what we need from you, right? If we returned a report to you. You have to give us our answer in the report. So you'll see what our problem is at the top of the survey, and then you can scroll down and fix it and resubmit it, and that's how you get it back to us so we can review it again. All right, that's where your messages will be. Sometimes you have messages from Presto around like downtime and things like that. That's where anything will be, but for the most part, it'll be a message from the mystery shopping provider. Hotspots. This is something that not a lot of people know about, but you can actually tick this little flame, and when you do that, you can add a hotspot. So your home address can be a hotspot. If you like shopping in Orlando, Florida, you can type that in. If you want to go visit your kids in Boston, Massachusetts, you can type their address in, and you can just have them listed there. And then it's a quick reference. You tap that, tap one of your hotspots, and it's going to show you what's available in that area. So it just makes it super user-friendly for you if you've got common places that you like to shop. The next thing is the geolocation. So if you're zooming around and zooming in and zooming out and checking different places, and you're like, okay, I want to get back to right where I am, all you have to do is tap that, and it brings you right back. So that little red icon is where you're standing. It brings you back to center, okay? And then the bottom little like layer thing is just like choose your terrain, right? If you like looking at the satellite view, if you like looking at terrain or just the basic map view, you can do that. You can also tick traffic conditions, and then the roads will show up red or green or orange based on what the current traffic conditions are. And then you can even flag for any like accidents that are there. So it is fully intuitive. Not a lot of people use that. Okay. There's some things about Presto that are touchy, right? It's automated. The whole thing is that it's automated, and that's a good thing. When you're holding shops, okay, you can hold them for different periods of time. It's not all created equal. Some programs may let you hold them for 12 hours. Others may let you hold them for 3 days. It depends on the program. But when you're claiming the shop, it's going to tell you, right? It'll tell you how long you can hold it. I can't extend it. I can't shorten it. I can't do anything about it, right? That's the time that you have. It counts weekends. It counts holidays. There's no skipping days. It's just, that's time. That's how time works. Abandoned shops. So if you've ever heard the term flake, right? This is when a mystery shopper goes out and does a mystery, or says they're going to do a mystery shop, doesn't do it, something happens, they can't do it. In the industry, we call that flaking, right? It's okay that it happens once in a while. It also happens in Presto, and the way that we track that is through abandoned shops. So if the shops are falling off your account, you're like, I'm gonna go do all these shops, and you overcommit, and you can't get them all submitted by the deadline, they fall off. Every time they fall off, it's counted as an abandoned shop. Again, this is okay within reason. We have habitual abusers of this feature that then get themselves into a little bit of trouble and may get an email from my team saying, hey, we're getting too many, right? You've got to reel this in because you are risking your ability to continue to work on this program. There is also a cool down feature, okay? It's new, it's automated, but if you pick up a shop with Ipsos in Presto, blue pin, you do not submit it in time, it falls off your account, there's a real strong chance you're not gonna be able to pick it up for 20 24 hours. So we're like, okay, let's cool down. Let's all take a break and let's make sure that we want to pick it up again before we do. And what this is doing is preventing hoarding, right? People claiming all the pins, letting them fall off, picking them back up again, and nobody else gets an opportunity. So it's really, really critical that when you pick one up, to the best of your ability, you do it. I can't change this either, right? The time is the time is the time. That's the way Presto works, all right? And then finally, duplicate images. We can see if you're using the same photos. There's a big flag. This is pretty common actually in Shop Metrics and in Sassy. It's called photo DNA. So if you're using duplicate photos in the same report or in a different report or in a different report with another company, we can see it. It flags it for us. It might not change what we're going to do, right? But if we have a program like in gas and oil, sometimes you can't use duplicate photos. It now creates a decision for us. And we either have to kick it back to you and say, I need something unique, or we won't be able to take it. Okay, so we can see that every single time on every survey you submit. All right, so now let's talk about the things that, may happen with Presto. It crashes. This is feedback that we get a lot, especially if you're traveling in rural areas. Sometimes the app isn't awesome every single time. If that does happen, your first step is to restart the app, okay? The second step would be to actually open your survey and then put your phone in airplane mode. You can work offline. You gotta open the survey first, then work offline, then get to a place where you have connection, go back online and submit your shop. It's saving on your device, okay? So that would be my second tip. Number 3 is clear your cache. This magical step that I have no idea what it means, this seems to work for many, many people and will be the first thing that the Presto support team will tell you to do. But now you know how to do it, right? So if your data isn't saving or something like that, go clear your cache first, then reach out to us and find us and see if we can help. All right? The last thing that I would recommend is not using the app. If the app isn't working, you can go to prestomaps.com right from your phone and log into your account. For some people, that works better and they just do that by default, but it is an option for you if the app is not working, and it should solve your problem. Okay? If all else fails, contact Presto. I want me to say that one more time. If all else fails, contact Presto. This is a Presto problem. I can't, as much as I love it, I know that it creates some issues, but you have to tell them, and they might ask you to send screenshots and show them what's going on, but that helps them be better, right? So if you can't take these 4 steps and it's not doing anything for you, find them and just be prepared to tell them and show them what you're experiencing so they can address it. I hope that was helpful. I hope I didn't miss anything because I couldn't see the yellow, but it's a great tool. It's a great tool to leverage. It helps you connect Sassy and Presto, so you're kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone and maximizing your opportunity with 2 out of the 3 platforms that we work with in one space. So if you don't use it, I strongly recommend using it, or at least giving it a try.